Dear friends, we are sure that this video will take you to the next level of chess games. So please do not skip. Let us see first what Bobby Fischer says are the best moves for white. In between we will share other champions moves also. This one E4, he says it is the best opening move for white. In his book he says this is best by test. Second one he suggests is knight to f3. Third one is bishop e2. Let us see what the other grandmasters suggest and the general theory of chess. Grandmasters says you occupy or control the center. To occupy or control the center, these two you are occupying, these four squares you are controlling. This can be done either by moving the pawns or by moving your knights. Now your knights control more squares, occupying the center or controlling the center. And next one is develop your pieces quickly, more quickly than your opponent. What is the best way? Your pawn here. This gives way to your bishop first, then to your queen also, and also you can move your knight here, and this knight also you can move here, then this pawn. So these are all the easy way to develop your pieces. Then after moving your bishop and knight, you can castle. Don't move your pawns hastily. That is, moving your pawn just like this. Many people does it, especially beginners. But these are all, you cannot defend these pawns. So don't move your pawns without any plan. Watch your opponent's move carefully and understand why he is making the move. Then you can make your moves. Sixth one is knights before bishops. It is when you have already moved these pawns, you move your knight first, then make bishop moves. Seventh to 10th move, don't move the same piece twice, because you will be losing time, your opponent will be gaining time. These are theories made from practical experiences of the grandmasters. Also more important is don't move the queen in the opening, that is early. If you move your queen, what will happen? Your opponent will start attacking it and gain time, and in the same time he will develop his pieces. Suppose if you are moving your queen here, immediately your opponent will do what? He will attack this pawn. Your attention will be looking at this pawn, and he will take off your queen. So do not move your queen early. First move you can make here, second move here, and third move here. Bobby Fischer says is this is the best square, number 1 for bishop. He says this is number 2 for bishop. And then if the knight is here, you move it here. That is, if your opponent moves your knight, you can move your bishop here. Otherwise, this is the second best square for the bishop. And after moving the bishop, you can castle. So hardly how many moves it take? 1, 2, 3, 4th move you can castle. 10th one is do not move these 3 pawns unnecessarily unless you can move this pawn and avoid this knight coming here, or otherwise don't move the pawns in front of your king. That means don't move these 3 pawns unnecessarily, because king will be exposed to your opponent's attack and you will lose the game. Don't open the center before castling. That is, if you castle early, that open the center. After making all these moves, what you can do is, you can castle and connect your rooks. That means this rook will defend this rook and vice versa, so that you can attack. And after the game progresses, if you double your rooks, what is doubling the rook? This is doubling the rook. This will give you a severe attack to your opponent. Keep your rook in open files. What is that means? And you will have full control of this file. Full open file is not available. This type of file is called semi-open files. In that also you can place your rooks. That is, keep your rooks in the open file or semi-open file. Suppose if you are in this position, it is better to occupy the 7th rank. Similarly for black, occupy the 2nd flank. Rook here. Next move your rook here. Then this rook also should go there. Then you will have a very strong attack. What is the benefit of moving your rook to the 7th flank? Similarly, keep your bit in the open or semi-open diagonals. That is, keep your bishops in open diagonals or semi-open diagonals. Many beginners do this. Without any plan, they simply cut the pawn and give check. What black will do? Black cut this bishop, and after that they will start planning how to attack this. Most of the time they fail and they lose one piece, and because of that they will lose the game also. So without plan, don't sacrifice your pieces. Next one is, make your opponent to move certain pieces with the force. That means he is compelled to make some moves. Suppose your knight is here, how many squares it will control? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares it will control. Suppose your knight is here, how many pieces it will cover? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 squares it is covering. That is half the strength of the knight in the middle. So people say knight in the rim is knight in the dustbin. Therefore, do not keep the knight in the corner squares unless there is an emergency. He will move to the end in one move. How many moves this knight will take to reach the same square? You find yourself. So avoid trading knights for bishop unless there is a specific reason. If you cut like this pawn will be controlling only one square. Okay, suppose if you cut with this pawn will be controlling these 2 squares, and this pawn will also control these 2 squares. So more squares are controlled. So it is always better to catch towards the center. That is, this move is better than this one. In the end game, move your king towards the center. Means it can protect the pawns and also attack the opponent's pawns. So it is better to move the king towards the center in the end game. Dear friends, we have discussed around 20 important moves suggested by grandmasters. Still there are 40 things to be discussed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Please subscribe so that you can see all our